We don't have to do this. You know that, right?
After all we've been through, everything I've done, it can't be for nothing.
Professor Noctis here, and I'm excited to announce our latest lecture series based on the award-winning show and video game series, The Last of Us. Using actual lectures and research from my work at the University of Alabama, this semester of content will give you new lenses to understand and appreciate the deeper lessons found in this revered and divisive work. As we analyze both the show and the game, we'll explore a post-apocalyptic world, focusing on what it means to endure the worst and yet survive.
Endure, survive. Endure, survive.
We'll consider what it means to be human and think about how easy it is to lose one's humanity.
I'm gonna find and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
We'll weigh the worth of noble ambition and explore the ethical implications involved. We'll wrestle with concepts of love and loss, revenge and forgiveness, right and wrong. All as we try to hone our own moral compasses. We'll also interview key researchers in biomedical ethics, behavioral psychology, philosophy, theology, and more to help us understand the story through academic lenses. And as always, we'll want to hear from you during our weekly live lecture plays at the game. Through it all, we'll learn practical lessons from the story, considering how to integrate them into our own lives. How can we love better, live better? How the worst things in life don't have to be the last things.
You're lost in the darkness. Look for the light.
The lecture series kicks off the week of February the 9th with episode analysis dropping every Monday leading up to the Season 2 launch in April, with live lecture plays of the corresponding sections of the game happening every Tuesday night. Then on Wednesdays, you'll get in-depth discussions and interviews with key thinkers. I can't wait for you to join me on a whole new semester journey, so make sure you subscribe and let's find the light together. We'll see you in class. Hello everybody! How we doing tonight? What's going on? Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. I hope you're doing great. Hope you're enjoying the smooth tunes and tones of Sing 4D Laughter's Final Fantasy XIII Lo-Fi Remix. Absolute amazingness from Sing 4D Laughter. Everything they do is phenomenal, but you know me. You know I just adore some Final Fantasy 15 music, you know what I'm saying? So it's just the best. It's just the best. And Yoko Shimomura, we love her. We love her. How we doing tonight, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Jess and Subtext, that's fantastic. Love them. Jess Capricorn, love her. She's wonderful. Final Fantasy 15 soundtracks are the best. So you may be wondering why. Why am I playing the Final Fantasy 15 Lo-Fi soundtrack? That would be a great question to ask tonight. Well, my friends, there's a simple reason. And it is because tonight we're doing a special stream. I know that typically on Thursday nights I've been playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but Thursday night's kind of going to be our variety night for a bit. It's going to be our variety night because on Tuesdays we do The Last of Us, and we're doing the entire episode of The Last of Us on Tuesdays. But tonight, that means we got to do something different. And so tonight, Y'all, I've been thinking about this for the last 24 hours. That state of play yesterday from PlayStation, there was one thing that captivated me. And I think it captivated a lot of people, but you know me. You know my name. They don't call me Professor Noctis for nothing, because I know when I see my boy Noctis. I know when I see him. And so, my friends, I'm going to show you the image that caught my eye, and I was like, dear God, this is Noctis. Look at him right here next to my boy Noctis. Down here in the bottom left here. Do you see that? And so I'm watching the trailer yesterday. Is this discussion that we can get into depth from the chat? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Because here's the thing. Here's what I wanted to do tonight. Instead of going back to Rebirth, we're going to do that. And I tell you what I'm going to do, chat. I'm thinking of doing just like a Sid Highwind Tiny Bronco flyby of all of the free cam settings in Rebirth. But that's not going to start for another week or so. Okay? Next Thursday. But tonight I wanted to look at this game because I, your resident Final Fantasy 15 superfan expert, doctor, professor extraordinaire, I am going to look into this. Thank you, Smith. I do have a Final Fantasy 3 shirt with my dear friend Mog. That's what I'm talking about. Got to represent the Final Fantasy tonight because that's what we're talking about. So there's this game that was shown, and we're about to watch the trailer from yesterday. It's called Lost Soul Aside. In tonight's stream, we are going to go through the history of Final Fantasy Versus XIII before it became Final Fantasy 15. We're going to look at the early concepts of Noctis through all of the pre-15 trailers. And we're going to look at Lost Soul Aside, and we're going to see, is this actually something that we should look at? FF3/6, that's correct. We're going to actually look at this, okay? Because I think it's a worthy endeavor for us tonight. So here's the thing. I don't know how I missed this game. It's apparently been in development for 9 years. I didn't know. I'm lost. I have no idea about this game. And so I'm just watching the state of play, minding my own business. And then they show this game and I'm like, that's not it. That's Stella/Luna. That's Bahamut. Leviathan. And we're going to get into it. So that's what tonight is about. If you wanted a traditional lecture play, I'm really sorry. But tonight it's all about Lost Soul Aside. But here's what I want. I don't know anything about this game. I'm going to be honest with you. So we're going to do some live research tonight together. And we're going to learn a little bit about this game. And I'm going to start off by watching the trailer from yesterday. Are you ready for this, chat? Are you ready for this? So with that, why don't we bounce right on over and start this? No, you're never ready. Not with me, you're not. I've never really done a show like this, but I feel like it's a worthy co-research endeavor. You know what I'm saying? So if you hate this, just let me know in the comments. I don't care. I'm resilient. But let's take a look. We're going to look at the trailer together from yesterday. And then we're going to look at old trailers. And then we're going to look at all kinds of things, okay? So, here we go. This is Lost Soul Aside as shown from the trailer from yesterday, okay? Here we go. Sitting on my little prof couch, watching my prof stream, prof TV, and this shows up. I lost my freaking mind. Here we go. China Hero Project.
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world.
Oh, we're going to analyze the crap out of this.
Falls from the sky.
Okay. Scene number 1. Maybe I should just let it play out. Then we're going to go scene by scene. That's probably...
And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this really just a dream? My only hope lies with you.
You have me at a hero's journey. You have me at a hero's journey.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions, together.
Ooh.
I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to be fulfilled.
Look at this gameplay you got. It's just so cool.
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
It looks unfinished to you? Well, if it's a spiritual successor to 15, then a lot of people would agree with
You
you.
never wanted to be a hero.
Not me.
But for humanity's sake, you must.
Then give me your power, Arena.
Arena. Lost Soul aside, right? May 30th, PS5 and PC wishlist now. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, we've got Noctis, we've got Stella, we've got Ravis. That's right, Jedi. We've got the whole cast, and obviously we've got a Leviathan in the background. But I mean, you look at Prince Noctis right here. You tell me that's not Prince Noctis. I don't know his real name in this game, but I'm calling him Noctis. So the little through line down here, it says, fight to save your world, save your sister, save your soul. Sand equals arena. Is that a thing? Like arena's the world? I don't know what sand equals arena means. Embark on an epic odyssey to save your sister and the whole of humankind from dimensional invaders. That, I mean, it just says Final Fantasy to me. It said Kaiser. Kaiser is his name, or Kaiser? Kaiser? I didn't see it. Well, okay, so like there's a few scenes that I got to show you, right? First of all, there's an emphasis on sleeping. You're talking about Dune? Well, I did not understand. You've got sleeping, which is a Noctis Final Fantasy Versus XIII thing. Then you've got what looks like giant Bahamut, right? Very Bahamut-esque. More sleeping, more Bahamut.
Really
Let's just kind of go through a little bit.
My only hope.
Oh, now that scene right there, just following. This just strikes me. One of the early concepts of Final Fantasy Versus XIII was when Noctis sleeps, he enters into another realm or world. And again, this is all like speculation based on trailers, and we're gonna get into that. But this is just, it just reminds me of those early trailers, right?
Lies with you.
And it looks to be rooted in a hero's journey. I think this is really interesting stuff. Yeah. So here's kind of what I want to do. I don't know anything about this game, so we're going to learn a little bit. But I want you to see why I'm saying the things that I'm saying, because like this game looks like Versus 13 to me. How many of you have seen the Versus 13 stuff? Have you seen the original trailers? Why don't we take a look at that? The Latin language, it translates to sand. The creature in the trailer was called Arena, sand. Interesting. Do you like the lead character's design? I hate it so much it's outdated and lame. Well, I mean, Final Fantasy 15, man, like it was a 2016 game, you know, so 9 years ago. And if they're trying to borrow inspiration from that, well, it is dated at that point. That's the problem with game development. It takes so dang long that trends come and go. Let's look at some of the early Versus trailers, okay? From the very first one to the last one. And this is going to take a minute. We're going to just go. It's beautifully misleading. I don't want Versus 13. Like, let me just say. But I love the world of Final Fantasy 15. And I am curious what they were going to do with Versus 13. But I'm not hurt over it. It didn't bother me. But let's watch and see what the big deal is. Okay, this is the Versus 13 trailer, the very first one. And I want you to look for... I've shown you the Lost Soul Aside trailer first. So you can pick up on some similarities. Because, I mean, let's just look at this. Over on Fextra Life, everybody, there's a great article. Lost Soul Aside, Devil May Cry. Let's play some music in the background. How about that? That'd be fun. Lost Soul Aside, Devil May Cry, and Final Fantasy XV's 9-year-old baby finally has a release window. Oh, I lost my camera. Come back! Thank you for letting me know. I don't know what's going on. It doesn't like all of the things I'm trying to do at once, apparently. Come back. Thank you for letting me know, though. I'm back, baby. Maybe with less blur, but I'm back. That's so weird. I don't know why. So, here's what it says. Lost Soul Aside, Devil May Cry, and Final Fantasy XV's 9-year-old baby. So, apparently everybody knew about this game but me. If you spent some time going through Devil May Cry or Final Fantasy XV Rabbit Hole in 2016, chances are you might already be familiar with Lost Soul Aside, which is a game inspired by both. I didn't know that. This game was originally revealed in 2016 as a solo project created by Yang Bing. I don't know Yang Bing. Lost Soul Aside immediately turned heads with its stunning visuals. Can we just repeat this song? There we go. So it goes on to say, inspired by Final Fantasy Versus XIII, which eventually became 15, Yang began working on the game solo, and that passion project eventually led to the founding of Ulti-Zero Games, a Shanghai-based studio established in 2017. November 2022, the team had grown to over 40 people with the studio's entirety focused on bringing this game to life. Okay. Though he started working on it in 2014, there's Ravis, it looks like. Things only started picking up in 2016 when Yang shared an early prototype of the game. It was built using Unreal Engine 4 with some assets from the Unreal Marketplace, and the footage made waves online. Boy, I missed it. I wasn't even streaming back then. This actually caught the attention of many publishers, including Sony, who then reached out to him and added the project to their China Hero project. Wow. Make waves, turn heads, get funding, apparently. Full-fledged studio. In 2021, Tencent also jumped on board with additional funding, giving the team even more resources to work with. That's awesome. Sony described the game's development as stable and healthy in 2019. Then in 2022, November, Sony announced they would be officially publishing it. So that's pretty cool. And so, I mean, this article just goes on to show that this game is deeply inspired by Final Fantasy XV. One of the prominent inspirations, aesthetically, is 15. Overall design looks similar to Noctis's, yeah. Even his personality seems to be based on early Noctis from the footages I've watched. And that's not all. In one of the gameplay footage that was released for the game, he gets shot at and attacked by automatons that really remind me of the Magitech soldiers from Niflheim. And in one footage, Kaiser, that's his name, okay, somebody in the chat, I think Goddess, that was you. Kaiser gets into a fight with a white-haired guy, carries a golden sword, reminded me heavily of Ravis Nox Fleuret. Heck, even their dynamics look similar. Yeah, they do, and look at the red flourishes there, that's very Noctis, bottom of his shoe coated. The guy in white looks like he hates Kaiser, similar to how Ravis hates Noctis. I don't think it ends with the visual aesthetics. I mean, yeah. Gameplay, very Devil May Cry, Yeah, Divine Soul does seem very 16 Devil May Cry more than 15 or Versus. So yeah, I mean, people knew about this and nobody told me. Nobody told me that this game was like, if I liked 15, I might like this game. So let's go ahead and look at some of these Versus trailer. The maker of the game is Yang Bing and Ulti-Zero Studios. Ulti-Zero, I think is correct. I think that's right. Yeah, Ulti-Zero Games. Backed by China Hero Project and PlayStation Studios. Yeah, doesn't have the original devs and Nomura, who extensively worked on the Versus project. Maybe they might be fans of 15. Yeah, it seems like they're fans of 15. Reynatus reminds me of Versus 13. Yeah, Divine Soul, I think so. It also seems to be independently inspired. Very, very much so. So I want us to see and analyze just the exact ways that this game is inspired. So we're going to watch a few of these trailers, and we're not probably going to watch the full 30 minutes, but independently made, yeah. So let's take a look. This is the first trailer that was released for Versus. Boy, look at those pixelated PS3 graphics. We got some Somnus here. Have y'all seen this before? There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. That's... yeah. Well, this is not Lost Soul Aside. This is Versus 13. Isolated nation protected by an ancient of line of kings, modern civilization alive with crystal songs of swords and sorcery. You definitely see like how this is how it evolves into 15. Emphasis on sleeping, right? While we see Noctis sleeping in the car all the time. A lone kingdom fighting to forestall the outer world from imposing its heretic order. The struggle for the final crystal is merely a prologue, the chronicles of a new era. People really lost it over this trailer. I like it. Yeah, Divine Soul. I think that the days of Versus 13 are past. Like, Noctis is too much of a household name in Final Fantasy fandom. I just think it's over. So... I think the closest you'll ever get is Virum Rex and Kingdom Hearts 4, maybe. There it is, Versus 13. So that's all we got from the original. This should have just been FF13 instead of actual 13. Not a 13 fan sub. Yeah, I love 13. It felt weird that this was in the 13 universe, though. Versus 13. What is... I'm just gonna tell you. You've never played 13? Oh god, I love 13. Then we've got a much more evolved version of the concepts of this game. Again, the aura of this game is like top notch. You can see how they improved the graphics. You get a little bit of a replay of this. Yeah, so this largely is the same exact thing, so we won't... Oh, there is a little bit more here. It just continues. Bit of a gaming break. I remember. We've all had gaming breaks in our lives. I didn't play a lot in grad school, oddly enough. Like my master's program. Bye, Divine. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Goddess, that's a really interesting idea. Just rewatching this and having just seen the Lost Souls Aside trailer tells me that Souls Aside may not know what it wants to be. I'm curious about that. We're gonna look at some other trailers for Lost Souls Aside because like you're gonna experience it with me. I don't know anything about this stuff. I mean, I know all about Versus 13, but I don't know anything about Lost Souls Aside. Let's scoot ahead a little bit. This is from. Okay, so here's some more scenes from Versus 13. Again, the game that we didn't get with 15. I think we're going to be introduced to the female lead, Stella, in this one. Noctis was so edgelord and brooding in this. The true figure is still hidden in the sleep. Okay. See that? They held on to this music for years. Now here's an interesting thing. Blonde female character, protagonist or foil to protagonist, counter-protagonist, anti-hero, if you will. That is Taylor Swift singing anti-hero right there. Villain, I don't know if it was villain, but he was antagonistic and kind of out of control, it's believed, but we really don't know much. But when he would fall asleep, he would enter into Stella's world. At least this is what we kind of presume from the trailers. This is also where we are introduced to multiple characters in the cast. God, this game just makes me want to replay 15 at this point. There's the throne room. The boys, what's up, lady? It's drawn from the hearts and minds of the people developing, plus the patterns. Yeah, for real. The thing about this, they knew how to get us hyped for this game. For good or bad. I'll say that Square Enix has done a much better job of holding their cards close to the vest and not releasing things they'll have to change early. Prompto. And Gladio. Boy, they look different, didn't they? And Ignis. Just interesting, isn't it? So, wow, this. Yeah, I agree, Goddess. I do prefer their designs in 15. This is likely of a prototype, right? Now, this is an interesting piece here. Look, notice, remember the blonde guy that we had in the Lost Soul Aside trailer? And some believe that this was like a Ravus archetype, but we're going to look back at the Lost Soul Aside trailer, and it looks like they've imagined and fleshed out what this might be. Stella! Thank you so much, lady. That's so funny. Yeah, the Regalia sure got an upgrade. A lot of reused footage from the previous ones. So I mean, you're still getting this, and now you've got more classic scenes from 15 at this point. I'm gonna kind of mosey on forward a little bit. There's a few imagery pieces that I want to make sure that we notice. We're not gonna watch this whole thing. So this face-off between Taylor Swift and Noctis here, I mean, look at this design, right? King Regis's design is definitely way better. He was very young. in this. But again, that kind of rivalry between these two, it's almost like, and I don't know this, but it's almost like if one world survives, the other dies, which this interdimensionality is lost in 15 completely. And Noctis and Stella have more interaction than Noctis and Luna do, for sure. So, just interesting stuff there in that trailer. Then you've got this next trailer, and this shows a few other things. There's nothing other good or bad, but thinking makes it so. They really wanted that. So let's check this out. Another version. Again, we're just kind of looking for tropes that are also in Lost Soul Aside, because I'm just really curious. Wait, what did that say? La Stella. Is this French? The star found at night. The memories of death. Ugh. The memories of death? Whoa. Okay. Come back to that. Final Fantasy Versus XIII. It's cool, epic landscapes. Very, very PS3 looking in a lot of ways. To note, the Shakespeare quote is spoken by Hamlet while pretending to be insane. Thank you, Smith. Interesting. I'm not as familiar with Hamlet. This aquarium scene is the inspiration for the scene in Kingsglaive with Luna and Glaucus, or Glauca. Lord Noctis, you can see the light, don't you? So do I. That's what you were seeing below the stairs, right? Yeah, well, since when can you see it? Since I was a child. I assume you were close to death? Yeah, were you too, Lord Noctis? It was a really bad time. The goddess Etro, if you've played Final Fantasy XIII, especially Lightning Returns, you know that one, will open the door to welcome the souls of the dead. When that happens, a bright light will shine down from the sky over the land of the dead. You people have seen that light. Those who see it are bestowed power from the land of the dead. Stella! The legend from Tenebrae. We say the same thing here. Did you receive any power from them? Interesting. The reception of power. Not at all. I don't need that kind of power. I'm fine as I am. Yeah, right? No matter the power, if it's at the cost of someone's life, I'd probably have nightmares. Yeah, it's a pretty ridiculous fairy tale. You should probably not tell anyone about the light. Why? Being different to other people can lead to problems, no? But if the legend is just a fairy tale, that light, what could it be? The truth is, it's just something that's there. Isn't that good enough? Stella, I have to go. I'm sorry to have taken your time, Lord Noctis. I love that he's just like, I'm out. Just call me Noct. I have to go too. So smooth. This tease is intriguing, I will say. I feel that tonight I have received something from that light. I got to speak with you. You'll have nightmares. Ugh. You're so mean, Lord Noctis. Noct. I'll call you like that next time. Is it Tenebrae next time? I'll guide you around. That sounds good. I'll think about it. The Rizzler over here. Noctis. I will say that the dynamic between these two is something that I would have loved to have seen explored more between him and Luna. We got what we got, and I'm happy with it. Who are... I was about to say the same thing. It looks very quadratum, you're right. One reported version of the story had Noctis addicted to hallucinogen called Luna, which enabled him to see Stella when she wasn't there. Interesting, Smith. Wow. I did not. I've not heard that. So then we get some of the open world stuff. I love that we're walking the roads instead of driving them, but gas stations galore. This was actual gameplay. So with that, actually, before we go into the gameplay trailer, I would love for us to rewatch this trailer, and then there's some Lost Soul Aside gameplay that I'd also like to see. So let's rewatch this just to kind of get it in our heads, right? This is Lost Soul Aside, but I want us to see these similarities. I just think they're really interesting.
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world. A powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems they might vanquish the invaders, the dream ends. Is this
so interesting with the Magitech troopers attacking the Citadel and Noctis standing out to face them, and then the scene shifts repeatedly as it seems like he's about to win. So I mean, it's such an interesting just illusion. I don't know,
really just a dream?
Shinryu. Oh, that's an interesting idea. It does look like
hope
14's
lies with
version
you.
of Shinryu. To reunite lost souls. That's interesting. Across, you know.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions together.
Now that's pretty interesting. That's like Ravis Super Saiyan power. Oh, can we go back to that? Look at this, you guys. That was just straight up. Are you serious, chat? Like, that's Noctis with a ponytail. Maybe a few years younger. Definitely leather. These environments do look incredible. I'm hyped about this game. Like, it's rad.
I see great power within you, a destiny waiting to...
And again, the power within you, I mean, that's pretty tropey, I get it, but like, looks like Omega from 14. Yeah, it does. Now that's some cool stuff. We'll get into that in 15 in a minute, or versus 13.
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
That looks very Shinryu coded. Does he use the dragon to transform? Yeah, there's a 16 element to it almost. I'm not saying that Lost Soul Aside or anybody is like straight up stealing, but it is like a reimagining in a lot of ways.
But for humanity's
really cool.
sake, you must.
Then give me your power, Arena.
Arena. And I just think that's so interesting. Let's actually look at the announcement trailer for Lost Soul Aside. This was from 2 years ago. Okay, 2 years ago. Let's take a look. I've never seen this trailer. First time seeing it. Say, do you suppose Louisa dreams of starlit skies too? That is such a cool... Oh, you guys. Crank that up. I like the gameplay. Can you see it too, Louisa? I haven't seen this one. Oh, there's Gungaga jumping on a mushroom. This song is pretty cool. Goddess, you don't like the leather look? 2016 leather knot. Oh! That is a cool design. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Okay. Fire. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I know nothing more about the story. Like the one yesterday gave me a lot about the story, but that gameplay was freaking cool. He does have a tiny dragon thing following him around, doesn't he? I thought I saw that. Where is that? I miss it. Well, I didn't see the dragon thing, but... Oh, yeah, there it is. I see it. It's like a little baby Leviathan. Right there. It's too much cool. I might explode. It's really cool. The god of sleep had wings too. What do you make of that, Smith? My researchers in the chat, I need you to hit me with the things that you're seeing. What do you make of this? This looks like, what's the fallen city in Elden Ring? At the end of the game. I don't know. This is rad though. I think that's actually really cool. So like gameplay wise, let's look back at Versus 13. Again, this is from years ago, so don't judge it on that. But like some of the gameplay is pretty similar. Let's take a look. This is Versus 13 now. And it suddenly appeared on your Steam wish list. Listen, it's a big deal right now. I know Control is a completely different game, but yeah, it does have Control vibes. Yeah, aesthetically. Okay, they're doing a... Okay. A fantasy based on reality. We'll just continue with some of these fun-time trailers. That's pretty impressive, right? It's almost as if we were being invaded. Huh. So again, now we're getting a little bit more of the regular Final Fantasy 15 stuff, right? A meeting predestined by the divine. Man, I do love. Okay, so then we've kind of seen some of that stuff. I want to look at another Lost Soul Aside trailer really fast. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pop it up here. So this one comes from 8 years ago. It got 4 million views. Okay? You respect the developers of Lost Soul Aside. They got sick of waiting for Versus 13 and they decided to make their own. I wish I had that much guts. Hey, I love it, man. I love it. Greek god of sleep, Hypnos, or Hypnos, Somnus in Latin, son of the goddess of night, Nyx. Originally lived in a cave in the underworld which flowed from the Leith. I don't know. I never know how to pronounce that. The River of Forgetfulness. If they're going for a Versus Noctis vibe, I'd expect a good chunk of perhaps willful ignorance in this lead character. That's fair. I'm curious. Let's look at this trailer. This may be the first trailer of it. In fact, in the description here, it says, an indie game I created using UE4. Now, that's interesting. So this is the one that caught fire, basically, and people were like running to it and like funding. Okay, let's watch. How many? 4 million views? Bing Yang. Well, I'm subscribing to him right now. So this is the first look at this game ever. A door in the water? He looks less Noctisy there, doesn't he? Never mind, he looks.
The dream began.
But give us some subtitles.
This time.
They don't exist.
Well, it's time to resume our journey.
Time. A crystal!
The war ended 10 years ago. But now, a new one has come. Between human and the unknown monsters.
Ooh. Wow, you can tell he got some backing and some money, didn't he? Now this doesn't look bad. I mean, this looks very, Final Fantasy 16 aesthetics. Very fantasy here. Ferris wheel? No, is that a windmill? Oh, that's interesting. And now we got some gameplay. Oh my gosh, for a one-man team, this looks incredible. I couldn't do that. I mean, I don't know anything about gameplay. Very combo heavy, very 16-like. Now that's some Magitech looking stuff. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know, to be honest, lady. Boy, he's dodge dashing like I did. Oh, that's arena, sand. I know that word. That looks fun. So now, story back to the crystal. Now, that's the... Just play Somnus now, baby. Ooh, he's got that little dragon around him. I mean, he's stayed true to the vision. Look at these environments. And again, 8 years ago, so I mean, this is not how the game's gonna look, but... In fact, entire areas of this may have been scrapped. Oh, but we still have flying. Like Bahamut, or... I don't know. Gosh, I'm so curious.
Point our swords to each other. You have your reason.
And that's Ravis, or I don't know his real name, but Ravis equivalent for me.
And I have mine.
Sword design is pretty similar. Isn't that interesting? That's pretty cool. Can you imagine what this will look like after 8 years of development? Ultima? Oh, kinda. You're a traitor? Okay. Holy crap, this is extensive. This is a crazy trailer. I mean, this is a functional... He said you're the betrayer, not the traitor. Thank you. Oh, wow. I'm very interested in the camera work here. This is... How cool is that?
It's not for saving the world. Just for saving myself.
Ooh! Now that's a heck of a scene. Lost Soul Aside. Okay. I mean, even then it had that same name. This is FF16 before FF16. Work in progress. Dude, I mean, kudos. Kudos to Bang Ying. I mean, that's... Yang Bing. I got it backwards. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Oh, silly prof. Okay, so that's pretty rad. I mean, well done, my dude. That was so stinking cool. So here's what IGN said about the game. They posted this after it. During Sony's State of Play 2025 stream, stylish fast action game Lost Soul Aside got a new gameplay and story trailer alongside a release date announcement. So it's May 30th. And then they went on to say there's some few extra details on the official PlayStation blog post. We're going to go bounce over there and look at that real fast. There's, I don't know his name, but I'm going to call him Bahamut. Utilizero Games shares new gameplay footage. The wait is finally over. This is Yang Bing as the creator of Lost Soul Aside. Couldn't be more excited. Oh, so he's speaking. Yang Bing is. Okay. What started as a one-person dream, me, a computer, and endless nights has evolved into a sprawling adventure full of breathtaking visuals and adrenaline-pumping combat. Okay. I'm in. Let me take you on a behind the scenes to explore the heart, soul, and sweat poured into this game. Okay, this is cool. I'm here for this. Is it in this video or is that something else? No, that's just the trailer. Okay, I thought he might be giving. Okay, a world that lives and breathes. Creating the world of Lost Soul Aside was like painting with imagination on a sci-fi fantasy canvas. You'll traverse landscapes. Give me that somnus. That's what I want. You'll traverse landscapes that feel alive, sunlit plains, mysterious ancient ruins, alternate dimensions that buzz with energy. This world isn't just eye candy, it's filled with secrets, monsters, unpredictable events that'll keep you interested. But let's talk about what really defines the experience combat. So this is going to be a combat-heavy game, y'all, okay? I mean, obviously, but like he's really talking about it. The goal is simple. Make combat so fluid, fast, and stylish that you never want to put the controller down. Kazer's shape-shifting weapon adapts to your combat style. What? That's pretty cool. Are you a precise swordsman, a fan of devastating ranged attacks? Maybe you like high-speed mobility. Whatever your preference, the different type of weapons will serve you well. This game could be an early contender for GOTY. Yeah, maybe. I want to play it. Like, I know I'm hyped for it. Like, there's only a handful of games that I'm hyped about this year, and this is one of them. That explains the face and the sword. You're right. One standout moment during development was designing the boss battles. The fight with a towering dragon remains one of my personal favorites. It challenges you to juggle aerial dodges, perfectly timed counters, and relentless strikes. Not to mention, the visual feast feels like being a part of your own epic action movie. So that's cool. Beneath the flashy moves, there's depth for players who love to experiment. You can customize loadouts. Ooh, there's loadouts. I like that. Yeah. Chain synergistic combos, strategize with Arena. Arena is Kazer's dragon-like companion. Okay, so the little dragon that floats around him, good eye for whoever said that. That's cool. So his name is Arena. Arena, give me your power. That makes more sense now. His abilities aren't just support, they're game changers, turning tough battles in your favor when used wisely. Interesting. From moment-to-moment clashes with enemies to massive set-piece battles, combat in Lost Soul Aside is designed to keep you on the edge of your seat, pushing your skills to the limit while rewarding creativity and precision. I love that. That's what I loved about 16. It could be very simple, but it was also very, like, crazy, right? Between this, Lies of P summer session is going to be fun. And don't forget, I'm playing Final Fantasy X this summer for our summer lecture series, right? So I guess on Tuesdays we're going to Besaid, and on Thursdays we're doing Lost Soul Aside and Lies of P, Prof. Yeah. Might be good spot on not to be negatively impacted by recency bias like Rebirth did. I mean, you're kind of right. Yeah. Hard to release in February. Hard to release. A story close to my heart. Okay, now here's what I'm interested in. Let's talk story. Let's talk story. While combat takes center stage, this weaves a narrative about Kaiser's journey of redemption and discovery. Oh yeah, have I not announced that? Maybe I wasn't supposed to announce that. Yeah. This summer we're doing the Final Fantasy X lecture series. Surprise. This is what you get when I'm like off the cuff prof. I'm doing a Final Fantasy X lecture series. And we're gonna do this, so yeah. While combat takes center stage, what am I doing? There's plenty of drama because who doesn't love a good gasp-worthy moment? Memorable moments, connections, offering surprises without overwhelming the gameplay experience. I love that. Fast load times, DualSense controller magic. You're gonna feel that. That's cool. 4K eye candy. The world comes alive in stunning detail with dynamic lighting, meticulously crafted environments. That's cool. PC players, it's gonna be good for you too. Pre-order bonuses. Is Noctis a skin? No, you can tell. I don't care. Okay, so with the pre-order, you're gonna get Kaiser's initial reveal outfit. From the first trailer we saw. And then potions and 500 divinities gold. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. There will also be a digital deluxe version of the game. Oh, here's the digital deluxe. So you're gonna get a health booster, gemstone badge, arena skin so you can customize arena. Are you kidding me? A digital soundtrack. Man, okay, here's the thing, y'all. I do not give a rip about digital soundtracks that are just locked into my PlayStation. Can I just say that? Devs, like, that is... Nobody's listening to their PlayStation soundtrack, digital soundtracks. Can I also say digital art books don't do it for me either? Give me an art book. Physical forever. Okay, anyway. Save the date. Yeah, we're good. Pre-orders start yesterday. No, February 19th. So you can secure your copy on PlayStation Store. Okay, and that's it. So, I mean, it gives us a little bit of information. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. So let's keep going. Let's watch a little bit more. I'm still really curious, especially with watching that last trailer there. They have skins. I'm getting serious potential microtransaction vibes. Now they haven't said anything like that. I'm not worried just yet. In a world of gacha and Wuthering Waves, I'm not really worried about this game doing that. But maybe. After PlayStation was down for almost a day about a week ago, physical copies are still undefeated. Hey, GameStop throwing shade last week, so. Okay, let's continue with our versus stuff. Just to look at some more similarities, especially after we've seen the first trailer, and then I've got some other things I want to look at. We've seen most of this before. Let me just scoot ahead to some battle stuff. Just to look at some of the inspiration, I think is really interesting to see. So some of the sky traversal stuff I think is really interesting in the game. Oh, look, you get scenes from Kingsblade here. That's sad. Okay, the combat doesn't super look the same, but you can definitely see the action-oriented stuff. Yeah, Afro, I feel the same way. I don't know if you've ever seen some of this gameplay from Versus 13. I think looking at this alongside the original reveal trailer from Yang Bing, I think it really shows us his inspirations, and I mean this wooded area as well. The face cams on the boys' health bars, yeah, me too.
おい、行くぞ。待てよ。一番強い俺が逃げてどうする？お前がいると犠牲者が増える。なんで？奴らの狙いはお前だ。人質にして。
Boy, this game evolved so much. Yeah, those face cams are weird on the right-hand side. So you can see how this game began to take its own kind of veering away from the Stella stuff in a lot of ways. Yeah, it just didn't work in practice, lady. I agree with you. Again, you get some mechanical stuff over in Lost Soul Aside, for sure. There's Aranea, we love her. Arena. That's funny. Hey, girl! Interesting scenes that are in Kingsglaive. And Noctis sleeping. Yeah, Smith, like, Versus 13 feels like so much of a, so much of just, like, concept. Lost Souls versus 13, that's what it feels like, in some ways. And then we get, like, the figure that still lies asleep. Okay. Then we get the big reveal trailer as well. And this is the one where it becomes 15. Noctis, you see the light too, yeah, so it's still Stella stuff. There are things I just know and I have no idea how. I can't stay any longer. How does it see the light of expiring souls? Okay, chat. I mean, that's interesting. This line in light of what we've just seen. Eyes that see the light of expiring souls. Lost soul aside, right? My heart won't let go. Don't worry about me, live your own life. This is a fantasy based on reality. The world we purport to know is ever changing, ending as we speak. So it is and must be for all existence. Okay. We have some Altissia action. Not going to touch your food, it's awful. Ah, but you must not say so, lest the cook be sent away. Poor Noctis. Oh my gosh, I just want to play 15 again. Turning into quite the ordeal. Now, this is interesting because we're going to see some gameplay that looks really remarkable to Lost Soul Aside here. I mean, this part right here, the Lost Altissia Leviathan escape battle. It's very cool. At least it looks like Altissia. It may be interspliced with Insomnia. I'm not really sure. But that's very Leviathan coded. And that's very Altissia. That map. Giant Leviathan. Yeah. It is a shame we didn't get this. That's what I'll say. Now we're in Insomnia. I mean, you want to talk about a game that was barely running. I mean, that's what this was.
敵はクリスタルか言わずともお分かりのはずだ
Looking more like
この
a
世界に残され
Yakuza
た
boss,
最
yeah.
後のクリスタル
So here, this is very Lost Souls aside, right? The dynamics, set pieces, the movement.
それと王子をレギスの息子を見つけたら
Oh, I forgot the Uncharted climbing segments. And so we've properly shifted over to Luna by this point, yeah. No more Stella, really. This was a game of dreams that just couldn't become reality. It was a fantasy based on a reality. The legend meets its match, but the world is ever changing. For the 15th coming. Yeah, so that... Boy, that changed everything, didn't it? So, I mean... A world of the Versus epic, and they were still holding on to that a little bit. But again, we just did not get... You can get I'm going to show just a little bit more gameplay of Versus 13, but now we're starting to get into real 15 territory. So, but you've got more of this. Yeah, let me just get to... Yeah, we've, for the most part, seen all of this stuff. So, again, like, chat, it's different, but it looks pretty remarkably similar, you know? There's a couple things that I do want to show. I want to look at this gameplay trailer, and then we're going to look at some actual gameplay stuff from Lost Soul aside, just to see what we've continued to got here. Episode Dusk Sky was awesome. I actually think the Behemoth quest was better in Episode Dusk Sky. Oh, look, hold up. Look at that environment. Look at that. That's really interesting. I love that. This, like, oh no, chasm? That's awesome. I love that. That's Arena. We know that now, and that's Kaiser. Hey, my researchers, what does Kaiser mean? Is it Latin? What is Kaiser? We know Arena is sand. But I'm curious about Kaiser. Maybe nothing. Never know. Probably makes more money as a game dev than a kudos to. Okay, that was pretty neat. And so who's this chica right here? Romance. Is that the same girl from the other trailer? Hard to say. I want to look at a little bit more. 17 minutes of gameplay. This is put out by IGN. So I want to look at this. It's K-A-Z-E-R. K-A-Z-E-R. Yeah. So IGN put out 17 minutes. This was 3 years ago, so obviously it's changed. This is a mess. Yes. Hey, Kaiser. Okay. Hey, Neo. See you. I sense something powerful approaching him. Oh, I don't remember this one. Again, this was not on my radar until yesterday. The church has declared you... What? The church has declared you a wanted fugitive. Chat. You know me. I guess you will not be easily captured. Let's fight. Well, that escalated. You're not his match. Let me take over. I'll handle him. Fine. We want him alive, and you might not be able to take him on. What is this music? We're cranking this music up. Thank you, Reese, for the sub. All of this is because of you. I figured out what they are. Let's get this over with, Kaiser. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, look at these moves. Who did these moves? So cool. This feels very 16 coded. And it's like he's loading out the different abilities that he's got that seem to be tied to various elementals. What is this ridiculous fight? Yeah, I hope there's a hard mode for me to do a full lecture series on. It could also mean cheesemaker. Thank you, Smith. I wonder if it is a play on Caesar, though. Is human that suits you more? So the church looks at him as a betrayer. Is this a story of heresy, perhaps? Is that why they would call him a betrayer? Is that why the church is opposing him? That he's got some kind of heresy if he's trying to reunite lost souls? Perhaps the church is trying to ensure that the people that are damned stay that way? That's kind of interesting. Blessed are the cheesemakers. You know who said that? Cheeses of Nazareth. Now there's a lot happening in this game. This is cool. You like that, lady? Cheeses of Nazareth. That's right. Meets the Protestant Reformation. Yes, Silly Bean. That's very much. Reverse Heavensward where dragons aren't worshipped. Well, if you played Endwalker, you know what happens when dragons. Man, that's. This was 3 years ago. Oh, that's cool. Oh my gosh, look at him go. I wonder if you're controlling that. Is he getting hit there? It kind of looks like he is. Oh, dang. That's cool. We'll meet again. Oh, Kaiser Arena was the sword. That's interesting. Isn't normal for him to be here. There must be a reason. You need to focus on why we are here. Types of heretical cheeses. What's the most heretical cheese? It's not Swiss because that's holy.
你看我像是一条巨龙，但我的实体并不是巨龙。
不，你怎么看都不像巨龙。
You look nothing like a
这是重
dragon.
点吗？我可以是这个鹿的雕像，也可以是其他的人。
Hang on, we're learning about Kaiser here.
苍蝇。
Hang on, I missed
还是
this.
小心脚下。
I was just thinking of the Swiss guard. Actually, you look
像
nothing
是一
like
条
that.
巨龙。
You see, though I look like a dragon, I'm not really a dragon. Oh, you're a sword.
不，
Actually, you look nothing like a
这
dragon.
是重点吗？
That's besides the point.
我可以是
The
这个
point
鹿的
is,
雕像。
I can be like this elk statue. I can also take any other form. Like flies.
你还是小心脚下。
Watch your steps. Oh, take aim. What is this? Oh, that's very...
果然，
The church has...
派了他来。
Church got hands. Did Arena turn into a snowboard? Look at that. That almost looks like metaphor. Tried, it doesn't work. Look out, Cloud. Yeah, this is snow. That was awesome. That was awesome. Game does look very Final Fantasy-esque, doesn't it? This is freaking rad, man. Left, you talk too much. Woo! Oh, we're going, baby. We're going. You ready to help me? Oh, this is cool. Holy crap, this is so dynamic. Okay, okay. I'm into this, y'all. I'm really into this. Oh, snap. Now those things look like Ultima's little minions in 16. And maybe things that you would defeat in Halo 4. Chat, what do you think of the gameplay? It looks good to me. I like the variations. That was one of the complaints that I had about Final Fantasy 16. That by the end, it really felt a little bit kind of not nimble in your ability to like mix and match and things. I felt like the limitations were in the loadout. This also has some real world application, like the flying and the snowboarding, traversal. That's something I felt could have made 16 a little bit more compelling. I love that game, don't get me wrong, but I know a lot of people struggle with it. If you're tired, I can take over. What does it mean for him to take over? I want to know what happens when Arena does it. It really does look like Final Fantasy 15 versus 13 combat, though. I love that. That's a compliment from me. Ooh, nice dodge there. I love that. Oh, I'm gonna have fun with this one. Let's zoom ahead a little bit. Oh wait, that's not zoomed too much. Ooh, that mystical energy has vanished. Okay, I like a double jump. That makes me happy. Oh, through a brick wall? Ouch. Hurt your shoulder, but... Answer me. I can't remember much. I just know I'm different to you. What do you mean? My consciousness is unlike yours. It has a physical form. It's like the statue. So that's why you can become anything. Let's keep going. I can sense it nearby. Oh, I'm in. These mysteries are good. Is this guy's first game? Impressive for a first game. I know he's got a team and Sony backing. How do we feel about ponytails? That's gonna be... What are you? Oh my gosh. It's I don't know what. But it's bad. It's real bad. Climbing bad. Ponytails depend on the character. That was something that I had an issue with in Xenoblade 3. I didn't like the ponytail of the main protagonist. I know I'm shallow. what it is. Things you're quite popular. Okay, let's bounce forward a little bit. I'm really curious in the story stuff in the 17-minute gameplay trailer. Jedi Padawans, and that's cool. Okay, they're gonna fight for a little longer. He's right here, blast them all. Okay. King Noctis could have rocked the ponytail given enough time. I don't mind ponytails as a general rule, but I feel like the character needs to really pull it off. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Noctis does. Though Cloud, baby Cloud does. Like little Cloud. If he was my partner, the journey probably would have been a lot easier. That's up to him. Why don't you ask him? I like the smarting off between a man and his sword. Really interesting that this dragon is like allowing itself to be your sword. He used his sword as a skateboard, yeah. That's nuts, man. Okay, that's pretty cool too. Ponytail is very Asian style. I've seen it more in historical period anime. Really? Okay. That makes sense. He'd have been a softer version of the villain from Gargoyles. Would you consider this a Souls-like? I wouldn't. I consider this more akin to Final Fantasy XVI or Devil May Cry. Souls-like is a little less arcadey than this. This I feel is much more faster paced than a Souls-like. Though I'm sure an argument can be made for it, I just don't think it is. Oh boy. Okay, let's keep going a little bit further. Did the church send this awful thing to us? Oh, look at what he's doing here. Gladio, yeah. Oh! What is this, zoomies? Oh, Omni Slash. Dude, yes! And then he... Ooh! Oh, I like that. That's cool. That's cool. I can't wait to play this game, y'all. Characters often fly on their swords like in metaphor. Don't die like this. Now it's my turn. Oh, please let us see it. Oh, it's not going to let us see it. That's a big surprise. Oh, leave me hanging, why don't you? So we have seen all of the Lost Soul Asides trailers, it looks like. Yeah, we saw that one already. That was the first. I think that's all of the Lost Soul Aside trailers. I think that's it. Let's look one more time. Just to make sure that we've picked up on everything. Maybe I should just go to YouTube. Let's just make sure. We want to do due diligence. All right. So many things that we've seen. Oh, look, I'm on there. I'm one of the first things that you're going to find if you look up Lost Soul Aside. Make me a Lost Soul Aside streamer, everybody. That's it. Okay. That's the announcement trailer from 2 years ago. We already saw that one. Here's 17 minutes of gameplay. We did that. This is from one day ago. We're gonna watch that again before. 8 years ago, we saw that. This one was from a month ago. We already watched that. So I guess we've seen them all. Yeah. Everybody's talking about this game, right? That's cool. Okay, so one more time, we're going to watch this trailer that was released yesterday. Because I feel like we've gotten a lot of context for this game. Do you feel like, well, like what are things that you kind of still want to muse about and think about? Because this is pretty neat. Like, I'm all in on this. Also, this is not a sponsored stream. I'm just doing something that I'm interested in. Hope you don't mind. Let's take a look real quick at this trailer one last time.
I keep having the same dream. A horrible dream.
I want to look in this living room. So we got fish, shark, dolphin thing. Is this a beach house?
A horrible dream. Where monsters invade our world.
Okay, so is that arena?
A dream. Where
that's got to be arena, right?
Monsters invade our world.
But is it an evil monster? No glass in the windows. Yeah, it's got to be a beach house, right?
A powerful being falls from the sky. And when it seems...
Okay, so yeah, here he's facing... I'm assuming this is arena. I think it's arena.
They might vanquish the invaders. The dream ends. Is this really just a dream?
There's the sword.
My only hope lies with you.
And we know that that's the sister, right? We know that's the sister from the description in the video right here. So he's trying to save his sister and save his own soul. Is this a story about life and death?
Is this really just a
story
dream?
about...
My only hope lies with you.
Interesting. So he falls. To reunite lost souls.
Come, Kaiser. We will travel across.
Let's look at these. Let's look at these settings real fast, chat. I know I'm like overdoing.
Come, Kaiser.
So we have. Let's go back just one real quick. I gotta be fast. It's so fast. So we're fighting. The world is burning.
Come.
Okay, so this looks like, I don't know. This looks like the Praetorium from Final Fantasy XIV.
Kaiser.
And then we had like, I don't know, birthday insomnia is what I'll call it.
Kaiser.
Yeah, because there's balloons and crystals. It's kind of like a hybrid of insomnia and Twinside. Oh, that's a neat one. Let's go back one more. It goes so fast. That looks very Halo-esque, and maybe even the Tower of Babel stuff with Final Fantasy XVI. This is a very interesting space here. Are these like interdimensional rifts like you're going between?
We'll travel.
Snow into this thing. That's kind of cool. I like the different biomes. I like a good biome. There's more snow. That's cool, and I like the red underneath it. Ooh, crystals. Fire, that's cool. And then we have something that looks like, I don't know, ancient Japan? Feudal Japan, perhaps? Yeah, that's interesting. Lords of Shadows twist for some reason? I don't even know. Oh, this is interesting too. Lots of triangles and what appears to be warp zones or rifts. We will travel across worlds, leap through dimensions. So that's what it is. So is each one of these like the portal between these dimensions? Let's look. It seems like every time he's almost running towards some gateway every time. Oh, that's really interesting. It looks like the place we were just in. That again.
Dimensions together.
And there's like evil Ravas. Oh, did you see that? We're gonna rewatch that. Through the rifts, and then she is overtaken by some kind of something. Oh, here she's got a sword. Is that the sister or is that somebody else? Hard to say. Hang on, back it up. Do we have towns in this game? That'd be interesting. Or is this like a battle? See, everybody behind her looks really celebratory, which makes me think that maybe this is like a village or a town scene. So maybe we've got actual towns in this game. I don't know. Then we've got Ravis, maybe, or somebody controlling her through telekinesis.
I see great.
Oh, fireworks. Okay, and that's just the heroine, and then this is the sister.
Great.
And that's Ravis. Some sort of looks like imperial or church celebration. This is the church we had talked about earlier. That have branded him as a betrayer or a heretic.
Great power.
And then that's him and his sister. Almost like Snow and Sarah from Final Fantasy XIII, those helmets.
Are within you.
Here we have a new female protagonist.
A destiny.
And then what are you? Gold
Waiting
God.
to be fulfilled.
Oh, that is so cool right there.
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
So this overture, like, excuse me, the dialogue over this is Arena telling Kaiser, like, we're going to go through dimensions and all of this stuff. And then he says, let me be the blade in your hand and let me be your vengeance. That's good. Oh, that's so rad.
Let me be your vengeance. The blade in your hand.
Chat, look how good it looks. Kidding me.
You never wanted to be a hero. But for humanity's sake, you must.
Then give me your power, Arena.
Very much like Noctis saying, give me your power to Leviathan, right? That is so freaking cool, you guys. Like, I'm here for this game. I'm here for this game. I freaking love this. I hope that you're interested in it too. Like, I don't get a kickback from these people. This just looked cool to me, and I'm freaking here for it. So, dude, like, I'm so excited about this game now. I just think it's so cool. So many games looked good. This one caught my eye, and I think it's because I'm just like Noctis DNA coded. So. Man, that's so cool. So you can definitely see that there's differences between the beginning of it, like the beginning first trailer put out 8 years ago, and now. You can definitely see what started as a passion project, love and appreciation to Final Fantasy Versus XIII. Man, it really evolved into its own sort of identity. Here's my big 3 takeaways. Arena, the sword vehicle, is such a cool gameplay choice. I love it. I really, really love it. Allowing Kaiser to be able to traverse the world via snowboard and wings and all this stuff. I think that's awesome. I think it's really cool. First thing is that. Second thing, I like this idea of passing between dimensions and rifts and worlds. I love that kind of thing in general, but this is really interesting because it takes some of the stuff about falling asleep and the same recurring dream and nightmare. Very, very similar to the way Noctis falling asleep and entering into Stella's world. I'm excited that a game's going to explore that. Rebirth does it a little bit with when characters fall asleep, and Cloud specifically, you get to think about Zack a little bit. So that's the second thing. The third thing that I just have to say is that the gameplay looks dope. It looks really, really good. The battle in combat system, I love it. Dynamic backgrounds. Like, I'm in, chat. Like, in 24 hours, I went from knowing nothing about this game to being like, I am its #1 supporter. So, anyway, I'm going to do my absolute best to cover this game for us on this channel. So, I don't know if I need to reach out to Ulta Zero or what and just be like, listen, you've captured my heart, and I want to know more. Yeah. A common visual thread when you do that, they're pushing the difference too much. Yeah, I think that you're right. I think that there could be a danger of that. I'm really curious to see the full vision. I didn't care for this game until today. Thanks for exposing you more to it. Hey, listen, I love that. I love that. Well, everybody, go tag Ulta Zero. Tell them Prof Noctis needs this. Tell them to watch this stream, because like I want to play this game. Like, as the #1 Final Fantasy 15 fan on the face of the earth, I feel like it is my sworn duty to God and to video gaming to hype this. May 30th, baby. What we gonna do? Yeah. Yeah, the looks cool thing is definitely a problem. So far, it works for me. I'm really curious about it, but I don't know. Well, cool, everybody. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Very different stream for me. How was this for y'all? I've never done this kind of thing. It's not secret of it. All right. The part I'm most looking forward to, the church stuff. That the church is hunting down Kaiser. That's what I'm really curious about, because I'm a theologian, right? I want to know more about that. And is this going to be like a Final Fantasy X level? I don't think it's Final Fantasy X, really. I really think that it is, he's trying to save his sister. If I were to deduce, he's trying to save his sister across dimensions and realms. And the church is against that. I think that's cool. It does give Forspoken vibes. It does, but the difference is I never thought Forspoken seemed cool. It ended up being a really interesting game, but I went in with lower expectation. Yeah, the trailers didn't do it for me like that. This feels a little bit more like, story-wise, I have the same curiosity as like Agni's Philosophy, which was like it looked like a demo of a Final Fantasy game. But speaking of the church as a major character, did I ever play FF Tactics? Yes, I did, but I never beat it. That's like my Final Fantasy blind spot. I love it, but the gameplay just didn't super captivate me, which would be no surprise to anyone. I liked that gameplay better than Baldur's Gate. I know that I'd love it narratively, and I've read it and watched fast-forwarded through playthroughs, but man, like, the grind of a game like that is just like a bit much for me. I hope that it's got some quality of life things, man. Yeah, poor Forspoken. It's not an easy game, like, and it's not even that. It's not that it's not easy. It's that I get so bored with that gameplay loop. is the problem with Baldur's Gate for me. But again, there's a game for everybody in that one. I love Final Fantasy Tactics. I just need to be more patient. So that's it. Like that scene in what is it, Evan Almighty? You pray for patience, and I don't give you patience. I give you opportunities to learn and exercise patience. I'm like, well, God has given me Final Fantasy Tactics to teach me patience. That's... Being hunted down by a religious organization does sound like Final Fantasy 13. Yeah. Love Final Fantasy 13. I was gonna play that this semester, on Thursday nights and Fridays, but Final Fantasy Friday is gonna be less of a live stream and more of like interviews and content and stuff. Just FYI. We've got some in the pot right now, so it seems like Final Fantasy Friday is not gonna be every Friday, but it's gonna be pretty soon. I'm getting a little busy with the Last of Us stuff, but it's all good. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. Yeah, these songs are all Sing 4D Laughter playing Final Fantasy 15, and we felt like it was a good vibe for the Lost Soul side stream tonight. Well, everybody, so thankful for you as always. I hope that you have just the best freaking night of your life. This has been a lot of fun, and if you liked this, hopefully we'll do more like this. Thursdays are kind of like my time to try things that I wouldn't ordinarily try. So, but this felt like a good night to do it because it's been on my mind all day. I've been in meetings, and then all the time I've been like, I'd like to do Lost Souls. I feel like we get to know each other better, chat. We all contributed. This was really cool. Maybe we'll do some topics. With that, everybody, have the best freaking night of your life. We'll be back next week with The Last of Us Lecture Series, Monday, Episode 2 recap. So if you have not yet watched the Episode 2 of Season 1 of the HBO Max show The Last of Us, go ahead and do that. And then Tuesday night, we'll play that exact segment of The Last of Us Part 1 game. And you'll get to see me do jump scares and throw bricks at strangers. Always fun. Then next Wednesday, we've got a really special interview for you guys. The interview with the one and the only Anthony Bean, author of Psychology of the Last of Us and Geek Therapy Card Deck for Clients and Therapists. That's going to be next Wednesday. You don't want to miss that. It's an incredible interview. Can't wait for you. With that, walk tall, my friends. Keep looking for the light, baby. We'll see ya.